Hi, my name is Jonathan, and today we're going to be talking about how drone technology revolutionized the field of geomatic surveying. So, geomatic surveying sounds like a very big word, but let me ask you this. What if I told you one day we could possibly find the lost city of Atlantis? You would probably think this is a feat that is damn near impossible. But with the advancements of drone technology that we have today, it could be a possibility. So, here is one of the ways that drone technology has revolutionized this field. So, one of the ways is in the environmental and agricultural application of said technology. So, what if I told you that it's very important for us to monitor our the erosion that we have on our beaches and also how floods happen, right? Well, geomatic engineering using drone technology is one of those ways, right? Because we can monitor how these erosions happen and how these floods happen, right? Now, you would say, hey, like it doesn't seem that important, but it has helped us in stopping invasive species, right? It has helped us in making sure we protect the wildlife around rivers and banks, right? Which is extremely important. So, the second way that drone technology has revolutionized that field is in the cost and the effectiveness of how we gather data. So, for example, let's say we had a very large area that we had to map in order to be able to, how can I say, gather information, right? Well, with drone technology, we can do this very rapidly and at a very cost effective rate, right? Let's say we used a person to do it. It could take someone a very large amount of time to map the area of, let's say, New York because it's so vast, right? But if we used drone technology, right, not only could we do it in a fraction of the time, but we can do it in a way that's very precise and repeatable, right? Which would make it not only time saving but cost effective, right? So, the third way that drone technology has revolutionized our field is in the way that we can map certain areas that could be dangerous. So, for example, let's say we had to map a cliff, right? It would be very hard for us to map that cliff. We would have to build a way in order to climb the cliff. It would put a surveyor's life at risk, right? But with drone technology, we could just simply scale that cliff in a way as to it would be aerial, right? And it wouldn't put anyone's life in danger, right? Which is extremely, extremely important. Another thing is that it would make it so that we don't have to spend extra money to build into climbing that cliff, right? It would be very, very cost effective. So, when it comes to geomatic engineering, right, we've made great advances in all these three areas. And who knows, maybe one day we would be able to find the lost city of Atlantis. Thank you.